Yo, it's King Colin Walker. You already know how we about to do. I'm back with another episode of Art de la Mort. Um, last episode we read through the timeline, right? Read through the timeline. Um, we read this, and now we're in chapter one, baby. Till death do us part. I don't know if I fully finished on the timeline. My memory has I completely forgot. Um I told you guys this before, like you guys are gonna understand my memory is very unique. I really go blank a lot. So I apologize. So I don't remember if I said I was gonna continue to about the time tree, family tree, or I'm gonna start chapter one. It's completely blank. But I feel like I did talk about the family tree last thing. Bo. I didn't realize that man was named Bo and that dog is named Bo. That's funny. Bo. What it do, Bo? So Bo made it inside out the Lamont. Yeah, they. So yeah, we're gonna head over to chapter one. We're gonna head over to chapter one. And yo, how's everyone feeling, my guys? Like, there's a new variant out. I hate you, something like that. So I just hope everyone's safe, man. Because, bro, this is why I love scientists, bro. By the end of this thing, science, like the thing we need to understand about science is that science is all about testing and falsifiability and all of that and all of that. Meaning that these guys will not stop. They're not gonna stop. This thing's not gonna end. I want another lockdown. I personally want another lockdown. I personally want another lockdown, simply just because. Why not? You know what I mean? Like that's why I want another lockdown. Um, I don't get sick, but I wasn't feeling well at all, and um, my strength has come back to me in Jesus' name. It's come back to me, but I wasn't feeling well at all, and it's it's poetic how chapter one is called "Till Death Do Us Apart." You know, till death do us apart, till death do our souls apart. You know what I mean? And there's a skull, and there's a nice flower here. We're gonna try and there's some bandages, and the skull is cracked. You know what I'm trying to say? So, comment down below if by the title page you know Wagwan for the chapter. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, oh, this is like a line, like a string or rope, and there's a flower on it. He has no nose, no eyes, but he still has his full set of teeth. You know what I'm trying to say? You guys ever find it interesting that skeletons always have teeth? So are our teeth made up of our bones as well? You guys get what I'm trying to say? Like skeletons most times have like a full set of perfectly aligned teeth, or they have like one tooth or something. So our teeth made up of bones as well. And yo, quick disclaimer, yeah. I'm not really the best at reading Magna because I don't really understand the reading if it's left to right, right to left. I don't know if you're meant to read the big first and the small last. So you're gonna see me reading it in a very different type of way. But at the end of the day, we are going to find the true meaning of the text. And that's all that matters, my guys. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's all that matters. Like, when they were making the English language and they were making all of these words, where did they get them from? Their heads, my guys. But the words still found their true meaning. So this text, even if we don't read it in the proper way, because I don't know how, we are still going to find the true meaning and give the author the acknowledgement that he deserves, you know what I mean? Because there's no, like, if you read a poem, there's no perfect way of reading a poem, you know? The person that wrote the poem knows the true meaning, but 10 people can read the same poem and it can hit them in 10 different ways. But they will all still say, like, yo, the meaning of the poem is love. But they'll give you different aspects of love. You guys get what I'm trying to say? But the author still gets his acknowledgement because he wrote a poem about love. But how the words are interpreted by different people, they will get different meanings of the true message. If you get what I'm trying to say, you get what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is, like, as we dig deep, we are still gonna get the true message, whether I read it the right way or not. But as we get the true message, we're gonna receive different messages too, you know? And with us receiving different messages, it's gonna help me to learn, you to learn, and even the Honorable Christopher Walker to learn. So till death do us apart. Chapter 1. The legend is stated as the following. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Do I read this first or this? I'm confused, my guys. I'm confused, bro. So, wait, what we're going to do here is we're going to test it out. We're first going to, because when you read, I just finished going to my bed. I was actually reading a book. I just finished reading right now. So, when you read books, you read from left to right. And I think with manga, you read from right to left. So you read from here, right? I don't know, but we're gonna read it from here because long ago sounds better than however to start. You know what I mean? So long ago lived twins with the power of beast. The oldest seek to build and lead the wolves. However, the younger ones seek to protect what was built and follow the older. Yes, we got it right, my guys. This is what I'm trying to say. See, what we just done here, yeah, is the basis of life, right? Which is this, right? I did not have the full knowledge of how to read a manga, right? But I use simple things from what I've learned from reading other texts and listening to other people. And I took a risk. I took a risk of reading from the right first. I took a risk. And my risk paid off because I was right. You know what I mean? And that's the basis of life, is that you must take a risk in order to find out what is true, right? But you won't find out what is true unless you take the risk, correct? So there's two options: take the risk or you don't take the risk. I took the risk. And now I found out what is true, which means that we have to read from right to left. But so much times people don't take the risk and they either stick to what they know or they're stuck in the middle and they remain stuck, right? But continuing. When the humans came to war, the younger twin fought to protect what was theirs. And at the age of the 12, he went to war. After 1,000 years of war, the supernatural war approached. And he killed the first Dracula. Bro, this is chapter 1. My guys, how is chapter 1 starting like this, brethren? So, right now, so right from the back, we know this is the wolves, right? So from the AOS pages, we know that the alpha of the wolves, which is the oldest, is the alpha. We know that right from the back. So let's go to the picture of the alpha to get her eyebrows. So we see that's her eyebrows, right? So now we're gonna come back, and we know this white side is Sideshow. It should be Sideshow because of the actually no, we don't know. Wait. Okay, this is Bushy. Okay, so I'm guessing this right here is Sideshow. Wait, let's look at the eyes. Okay, the eyes don't really okay. I so We don't know which one is Saisho, and Saisho has a younger sibling, right? We don't know if it's wait. Longo twins with the power of beast. The oldest seek to build and led the wars. However, the younger one, so we don't know the gender because of the English, beautiful English. We don't know the gender. We have yin and yang, meaning that these guys are connected. And I told they're connected in some way, some shape or form. Like I said, we have to look at the symbolism inside the text. They're connected and there's a fire, you know what I mean? So the connection is, when something is hot, something is brewing, it means that it's a constant. Like there's a constant flame in their connection. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's a yin yang, which means that they both have pieces of each other on the physical and on the internal. You know what I'm trying to say? They both have pieces of each other, right? The wolves are identical. The only difference is their eyes, which with that you can say that they both see different things. They both envision how the world should be differently. They both have different ambitions of how their eyes are different. You get what I'm trying to say? The eyes of men are different. You know what I mean? So, but we know that the younger sibling is a straight killer, straight bloodlust killer, right? So, moving on. 12 p.m. AS Central Region and Metzku Drive, Ogami's church. Okay, so this is what we're gonna struggle, but boo, who's that? Getting cold feet, bro. I haven't seen her since we were 8. I don't even remember what she even looks like. Don't do that. My pants are already brown. Wait. You see what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I was meant to read boo, who's that? Getting cold feet, bro. Then read this. You know what I'm trying to say? Or read this and this. Boo, who's that? Don't do that. My pants are already brown, bro. Getting cold feet, bro. I haven't seen her since we were 8. I don't remember what she looks like. Okay, so it seems like we have to read the right side first, then the left, I think. Relax, you've known each other since you were kids. I've been thinking about how she looks, and I drew this. Kazuki have to be kidding. Alright, so we don't really know who this is, but we're inside the church. We're inside the Ogami's church, right? So, that's Kazuki. Dang, Kazuki, and this. So this should be like Mizuki or something. This should be Mizuki. If we're inside the Ogami's church, this should be Mizuki, or it should be Kai. It should be Kai and Mizuki or something like that. Because if we're inside the Ogami's church, it should be Kai, and then this should be someone from the Sasaki family or something like that, right? But let's see. Right, Kai, you've been gone for too long. I have something for you, little brother. It was mother's. She would want you to have it. It's time. Okay, pa. So that's their dad. So, that means that this is either that's Nobio Ogami, cause that's their dad. So this is Kai and Kazuki. Wait, what? No, don't listen to me, guys. No, listen to me. This is Kai and Kazuki. This is why English is so powerful, right? When he said Kazuki, you have to be kidding, right? He's talking to his brother saying, oh, you have to be kidding. He's not talking about this girl, right? So this is Kai. This is Kazuki. Yo, just read along. Don't follow me, cause I'm gonna confuse you guys, right? Nobio, we need to talk. I was right about Nobio. If it is about the earthquake alert, Akiyama, I already had a mage put a perimeter on the church. You see what I'm trying to tell you guys? That these guys are babalawos. You guys have a mage putting a case. So if that's Nobio, this is either Nobio Toro or Ishida. This old guy. Actually, No, it's not. Wait, let's see. No, you have heard of the Were Coyote A B plus rated lone hunter. The only thing I'm worried about is what's happening to the leaders of the Natural Assembly. Do not concern yourself with the unknown. What we are doing right now will protect Mizuki and Kazuki. So right now there's a church, and I think there's a wedding going on. That's my assumption. Date 305 AS time, 12 p.m. So this is at the same time. So right now what's happening is at 12 in the central region, they're at church. Now 12 in northern region, this is what's gonna about to go on. Good morning. It's Binky Yamayoto. Reported to you live from Fujiyama City, Mountain Hall, host of the government meeting. In regards to the earthquake at Central Region, a Mitsubishi dive. If you look closer, you can see our King Lyoto, Kainshiro, Aisha Kaisho, this royal advisor, and the King's security detail entering the meeting hall. So that's them right there. Oh, dang. Whew. It seems that Kaylee will be late. Saisho, proceed. That's King Ryo-sin. Yes, you distributed the earthquake alert. Why? There's no earthquake coming. King Lyoto, Kainshiro, his advisor, Saisho for Alpha Doors. Okay, wait, who is, that's King Lyoto right here. Oh my days. I'm telling you guys, I'm still recovering, bruv. But okay, this is King Lyoto right here. Right, okay, I'm not gonna swear because, yeah, but dumb B, I thought I smelled dog. So I'm guessing this is probably a Kaylee. Air sniffer, blood-sucking parasite, Snow White, pearl-ass Milky Way looking constellation, albino bastard, dyke, 5,000-year-old virgin, saggy user. Bruv, when women do this to each other, it's a never-ending thing, brother. Silence. So you already know who the G is. Is a dragon, right? What does this have to do with the earthquakes? As a leader, when my people are killed maliciously, I need to set an example. Some may be criminals, but all D-class wars require a trial, not to be slaughtered down like prey. I am the alpha of all werewolves. Action must be taken. Let her finish. Leaders of the world, I am here to address the issue about the D-class wolves that are being targeted and by the Ogami family, who have been an active hunting family for many generations and now are targeting D-class wolves. For those who have forgotten or are new to this assembly, supernatural beings are divided into classes. Dragons such as King Ryo-sin are born S-class, vampires such as Akali are born into B, and my people, the D-Wolves, are only ones in D-class. My territory, my people. The class system was developed not only to protect the humans, but also the D-class who are seen as civilians. Now, I agree to this doctrine of peace because it ensured the protection of my people. The Ogami family have compromised this peace. What is the point of this? He will deal with this crisis. Who's the acquaintance? So right now, what she's saying is this, right? When werewolves are born, that she's basically saying that they're the same as humans, meaning that werewolves have to develop their strength, right? The dragons are born strong, right? So dragons are born powerful. Vampires are born with, like, basically right in the middle. B, they're right in the middle. Whereas werewolves are the most vulnerable, meaning that they're born the same as human beings, which means that they can be hunted down easily. The reason why she's calling this meeting is because it's like this. If you're a man and you're a werewolf, right? And you're trying to grow a family. Your werewolf son and daughter are gonna be born as D class, meaning they're gonna be born defenseless and weak. It's kind of like lions. Their cubs are born weak, and they have to grow and grow and grow and grow and become strong. Then they leave and get their own pack. It's the same rules applies. But what's happening is that the Ogami family are killing them at a young age because they're the same. They're basically, the Ogami family is more stronger than these D class wolves. And Saisho was saying that, listen, you guys need to put an end to this because you are killing our future, basically. Even though she's 5,000 years old, but you're killing these D class wolves because they're vulnerable. But you can't do that to the dragons because the dragons are S class and the vampires are B class, which means that at a young age they can defend themselves, whereas werewolves at a young age, they're more vulnerable than every other class, right? As you guys can see in this diagram, right? So basically what she's saying is that they have put this system together. So the supernatural elders, this is why they're having this private meeting. So what they did is they used the earthquake to gather and distract the world from their underground secret society meeting, basically. So right now they're talking while everyone in the world thinks the earthquake, but the earthquake isn't a physical earthquake. It's a spiritual. It's a supernatural earthquake, meaning that the balance of the supernatural world has been shaken. It's being shaken, and if it doesn't get put to a stop, Saisho's gonna have to take action, which means that a war can develop. If you guys catch that, let me know down in the comment section below, brother. Hey. Alright, yo, we're gonna go back. Yo, this is actually a sick drawing. I want this drawing. I actually want it. This is actually so sick. Like, holy smokes. So right now, we know that her brother, right? What's the brother's name? We don't know. We just know brother. But we know that the brother is the white wolf and she is the dark one by the hair, right? And then the eyes. We know that the brother, his eyes are different. He has the inside polypal, then the pupil, then the outside is darker around the eyes. While she has the pupil, the polypal is also purple, and she has clouds in her eyes. You know what I mean? So we look back at the original drawing, yeah. It gives us a clear picture. This is the brother right here, and this is Saisho. But we don't know the brother's name as of yet. But we just know he's called my brother. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like you see what I'm trying to say? This is the same picture as them as wolves, but this is them in their human form, right? And it's like it's almost showing seeing how he sees the world and she sees the world, and they're in the same world and they're seeing what each other sees in that world. Like, this right here is like chaos, and this right here is like peace and how the lands could be. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Vampire, and then ha 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 ha. Do you expect us to believe in that old myth? Vampire is so disrespectful. The myth of the twin wolves, isn't that just folk tales? The young only use eyes to see, but not signs. You guys need to really deep. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. King Sin, he's a G. In terms of age, him and Saisho, I think him and Saisho are companions. So he knows, you know what I mean? So right here, this Akeli, the leader of the Akeli, she's like, oh, does that myth truly, is it really real? And then he's basically saying like, yo, these young guys are stupid, and they'll always be stupid, you know what I'm trying to say? For they do not know what us old bucks know, you know what I mean? So they're talking about Saisho's brother right here, right? They're saying that, is this guy a myth or is he real, right? And then Real Sin is like, yo, they only use eyes to see but not the signs. So he's basically trying to say like, yo, y'all only use your eyes to see, but you're not getting deep enough. This is a spiritual world. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, this is a spiritual world, meaning that there are signs that indicate certain things, but your eyes can't see them. You have to use a different lens to see it. It's kind of like inside Christianity, right? You pray to God, hey, God, give me the power to see the things that other people cannot see, but the things that you can see. That's basically what Rusin is saying. If you guys deep what I'm saying. Hey! I have seen the white wolf with my own eyes. And even in his hiding, the signs are there. And unexplained murders of A-class supernaturals, and even in the very presence of Saisho. So we're gonna call him the white wolf. The white wolf is feared. The white wolf is a myth. He's a supernatural being that no one really knows the trueness of who he is. He's a myth. Only few know that lived during his time. But for others, it's just stories. Stories that they don't have the real answers to. Stories that they don't know if they should believe. But those that have seen the white wolf know his fury. If he is real, I have a proposal. I assure you, my brother is not a story created by time. You know what I'm trying to say? So she's saying my brother's not a story created by time. And then King Real Sin is saying only the young only use their eyes to see, but not the signs. So she's acknowledging that, yo, the stories are that my brother is not a story created by time. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, those stories aren't created by time, which means the stories are real. Whatever you heard, they're real. You know what I mean? Where's the point of this? Who's the acquaintance? My brother. He will deal with this crisis. Oh my days. I. So this is what she said, yeah. I just deeped it. This is why you have to go back and read. Like, you never just read anything once. So basically, she's telling these people, yeah, listen, you guys are killing the D-Wolves, right? And then she's like, my people, my territory. Right from the beginning, where's the picture? Right from the beginning, we understand who these 2-in-1 wolves are. You have the older who seeks to build and lead the wolves, which is the one talking with the supernatural at the table, acting former. Then you have the younger one who's to protect. So the younger one is the older one's war machine. That's what you guys need to understand. It's the older one's war machine. So then she's like, yo, if you guys don't put a stop to the killing of these wolves, there's only one person who's going to deal with this stuff. And he will deal with the crisis, right? And then she's saying, oh, who? Like, kind of being sarcastic and, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what are you on about? In a joking way. And she's like, my brother. Then King Ru Song is like, oh, dang. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, you guys think this is a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? And he basically saying, like, yo, if this guy gets involved, all hell's gonna break loose, right? I am the first female Dracula. Bleed, bleed, bleed. She's like, and? Let me marry your brother. Dang. If it's for peace, then that's a good idea. What is your motive? Yes, what is your motive? I dislike you, you dislike me. Isn't peace what we all desire? This brings peace and maybe love. Not lots of love. It's fine, Saisho. He is fine with the proposal, and so I am, and so am I. Yes, this marriage will be the symbolic sign of peace between your people. And how are you aware of his decision? I want you guys to deep the symbolism. I'm telling you, man. Like, you know when J.K. Rowling made Harry Potter and she made this beautiful world? It's like almost like, how did these people, like, how do your brains see these things? How do your brains come up with these things, bro? That's why, like, sometimes it's like, how did my brother come up with these things, right? So it's like this, right? Chapter 1 started as one werewolf with two different type of skin, two different type of eyes, yin yang symbol, but they're one, right? Then you see them inside their, where is it? You see them in their physical form, one world, in a world of chaos and peace, one body, two different faces, two different eyes, two different type of hair, right? But one body. You know what I'm trying to say? In the same physical world. One body sharing two. It's like 2-in-1, right? And then she closes her eyes, and he's like, he is fine with the proposal, and so am I. So how is she able to know what her brother is like? Her saying that he is fine with it, right? You guys will read it and be like, oh, she's making a decision with him. No, based off the symbolism from the author, he's showing us that these guys are one, like they're connected, yin yang. They are one physically and internally, right? And then even King Loito, the human's like, yo, how are you even aware? Like, how can you make that decision without him? Like, how are you aware, right? You young minds don't read archives. The wolf twins have twin telepathy. So are we done this meeting? My lady, we did not discuss anything about proposal. You see what I'm trying to say? King Ru Sin, he knows. Alright, we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. Cause I wanna talk a bit. Because if we don't catch if you guys don't get this bit, the rest of the manga is gonna be hard to read, right? So right now we know that King Loyoto is ignorant and Akeli is ignorant, for they do not know the full unknown, right? What we do know is that King Rosin knows the unknown and the known, which means that he has read the archives, he knows the archives, and he knows things that are not inside the archives. It's clear and it's present, like it's clear. It's clear the way he reacted to Waito, the way he understood Saisho, the way he understood her language, what she was saying, what she was going to say. He has full understanding, not trying to say. And what we do know is that the twins have twin telepathy, meaning that they can talk to each other wherever they are, if that makes sense. They can talk to each other, they have conversations with each other, you know what I mean? So they act as one. But here's what you guys need to understand. The author told us that one wants to build, make peace, and be a ruler, while the other one is basically a warhead. So basically, when I say 2 in 1, it means that one is the sword, while the other is the human wielding the sword. Like, have you guys watched Bleach and how like your connection with your sword is like on some next level deep thing, and it's like the person that holds the sword has to be worthy of the sword. Like, you can't just hold anyone's sword, you know what I mean? And that's not the full depiction of their relationship, right? But that's one aspect of Saisho and Hawaito's relationship, if that makes sense. Meaning that Saisho is the one that keeps the peace, acts civil. She's very powerful, but when it comes down to, getting your hands dirty, she sends Hawaito. It's like if you watch what's the show called again with the Shelbys? The old Peaky Blinders, yeah. The Shelby brothers, right? There's Arthur and then there's Tom. Is it his name Tom? What's his name? There's Alpha. Yeah, Thomas Shelby and Arthur, right? Arthur's the oldest, but Arthur is like, he's the ultimate protector, meaning that if you want to kill someone or there needs to be a fight, Arthur's the one that leads the army, but Thomas is the one that is like, he keeps the system running, and he makes the business appealable and makes them gain more wealth and everything. But when it comes down to the fighting and the killing, it's Arthur's responsibility to make sure that it gets done in a proper way. You know what I mean? Even though Arthur's the oldest, it doesn't mean that he's not respected as the oldest. It just means that, Thomas was made to hold the family business structure, while Arthur was made to be the one where the world doesn't love and hates, but the world fears him the most, if that makes sense. The world fears Thomas in a different way than the world fears Arthur, and that's kind of what we're getting with Hawaito and Saisho, right? I know this episode was short, but I'm really not trying to rush this, you know what I mean? Because I feel like these first 12, 13 pages, 11, 12, 13 pages, gave a lot of information of what we need moving forward, right? So it's like, I don't want us to just read without us actually fully understanding what's going on. And it's like, I remember I told you guys in the beginning how, like, back in the day, they used to offer women and their sons and brothers to do arranged marriage for peace. This is what we're seeing right away in the first chapter. Saisho is like, yo, you guys are killing my werewolves. I'm gonna send my brother. If I send my brother, there's gonna be trouble. You don't want me to send my brother. And then King Rusin is like, yes, we don't want you to send your brother. Right? So then Akedi's like, at first Akedi's like acting like, these young people, they act stupid, right? Then when they understand that the old ones are actually being serious, right? Innocently, they come up with like a plan. He's like, okay, I'll marry him. Right? Okay, let me marry this scary guy that you guys are all like trying to make me scared of, you know what I mean? Then she's like, okay, bang, and now there's peace. So now the vampires and the werewolves have created an alliance, right? So in the supernatural world now, what has happened is that the vampires and the werewolves have created an alliance through family marriage, which means that they can no longer be at war against each other, quote unquote speaking, but they now fight together, quote unquote speaking. And everyone's inside agreement with this, right? And the marriage will be a symbolic sign of peace. So this marriage isn't even for love. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not for love, right? But here she is talking about love. But this marriage is literally just about keeping everyone else safe from her brother. Like, I want you guys to deep it as we're gonna read further. Yeah, I want you guys to deep how one person has caused this much. Like, the White Wolf has made the werewolves and the vampires to do an arranged marriage, and has caused a huge power shift in the supernatural, because they don't want the White Wolf to do what the White Wolf does best. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh dang. Yo, I didn't even deep this. This is why it's good to go back, right? So it's like, let me marry your brother. Yes, what is your motive? I dislike you, you dislike me. Isn't peace what we all desire? This brings peace and maybe love, lots of love. Then this is the White Wolf talking right here. It's fine, Saisho. Then he said he is fine with the proposal. So he talked to her. So she closed her eyes and he talked to her. Because it's not inside a bubble, you may not catch it. But he actually talked to her and said, hey, it's fine. We can go ahead with it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave off the episode like that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I feel like analyzing it is really hard, because, like, for example, I didn't even see this right here. It's fine, and it's like right in front of my eyes, right? But that's what these authors do. They leave things right in front of our eyes, and if you don't take the time to properly sit down, study, and like read it thoroughly, and nurture the work that they have given us, you're not gonna catch these little details that say a lot. Like this right here says a lot. This means that these two are in constant communication. It means that her physical body is there, but he's hearing what she's hearing. You know what I mean? So when she closed her eyes, it's like she basically opened his ears to the conversation, and he's able to hear what she is hearing, which is crazy. Like this level of telepathy is next level. This is not the, oh, I know when my brother's sick type of thing. This is, I can hear and like feel what she's feeling, what he's feeling. Know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, go over the tapas, hit subscribe, follow along, like along, and yo, let me know down below in the comment section if you guys are enjoying it. But it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby.